Hey, what's going on, guys? It's your boy Ethan, back with this game, and today I'm gonna be trying to get the true ending of Doki Literature Club. So, I am on Sayori's route, and let's just go over there. Okay, so we're here. Dialogue was as usual as normal, and then now, well, you might see that I named myself something different. Suicidal, yeah. Suicidal. That's what Sayori is. Sayori suddenly comes up to me. I'm gonna go get some supplies from another classroom. Want to come with? Supplies? For what? What for? Well, you know how the festival is coming up. Me and Monica, we're gonna make some posters and stuff. So I need to go find some crayons, markers, and glue sticks. Ah, I see. Sure, I'll go with you. Yay! Okay, Monica, we'll be back soon. Ah, you're going with Suicidal to get the supplies? There's no need to trouble yourself. I'll be happy to go with him. But I wanted to go. It's so much fun exploring empty classrooms and stuff. Okay. It was just a suggestion. See if you can find poster paper too, okay? Okay. Ready, Suicidal? Yes, sir. Yep, let's go. Sarah and I exit the classroom, the cloakroom. I follow behind as Sayori hums and skips around the hallway. Honestly, feels like I'm taking a kid to the mall or something. Sayori finds pleasure in the simplest things sometimes. Hey Sayori, what exactly are we doing for the festival anyway? I'm not sure how you would make an event out of literature. Heh. Me and Monica have it all planned out. Don't you worry. Is that so? Yep. We're gonna do a poetry performance. A performance? Of what kind? Well, everyone's gonna take turns on stage and recite their favorite poem. Ah, that sounds kind of dull. Suicidal. You're not thinking about it the right way at all. It's not just about reading poems. It's about performing them. Like, you say the lines of the poem, like, between my feet, the last for many flowers begins to me. I twist the stem, freeing it from its clinging roots, caressing the final joyous moments between my fingers. But to what ends have I summoned this joy? For now, when I look in every direction, the once field before me is but a barren wasteland. Jesus, like that. Sayori, how do I put this? I'm sure it's just me, but it's impossible for me to take you seriously when you talk like that. You meanie. I'm working super hard on this, you know. I know. I just meant that it's a pretty unordinary contrast to your cute self. Don't say that, it's embarrassing. But I guess that means I'm doing a good job. Yeah, I guess so. I'm so excited. The festival is going to be so much fun. Sari spins herself around in the hallway again. Hey, Suicidal, this classroom over here is empty. Let's be in the mission. The mission, eh? It's been a long time since I spent time with Sayori like this. But in the end, she hasn't changed one bit. She's nothing but a ball of sunshine, drawing happy vibes from the world around her. It's a pretty nostalgic feeling for me. As the years went by, I began to haul myself up in the room more and more. So going adventuring with Sayori brings about a special sort of feeling I forgot I had it in me. The two of us entered the classroom. Freaking Christ. Sayori heads straight to the closet and I follow. Let's see what we have in here. Crayons! Sayori pulls a box full of crayons off the shelf. They're the best brand too, Crayola. They're kind of dirty though. Sayori starts pulling various crayons out of the box, reading the color names. Alright, that one's down. Don't get distracted, we still need to find... Wait, I'm looking for my favorite color. Fine. Then at least move aside so I can look for the poster paper. I dropped one by accident. Smack. Yeah. So he bends over and smacks her forehead right into the shelf. She fell to the floor and the crayons spill all over her lap. Ow, wow, 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 wow. You okay? My forehead. Sayori clutches her forehead. Geez, Sayori. That's just like you, isn't it? Come on, let me see. Since Sayori is sitting on the floor, I grab her by the wrist and pull her out of the closet. You have to move your hands, Sayori. But it hurts. Just do it for a second. I don't really see anything. Unless if I'm blind. Sayori slowly releases her hand from her forehead. Oh, never mind, I see it. I gently brush her bangs to the side. Ow. Sorry. There's a huge red mark on the center of her forehead. A bump is starting to form as well. Man, that's gonna swell up. I should find some ice. Suicidal? Where would I even find ice around this time? I guess a cold drink would do. You don't have to. I'm fine with looking like a unicorn. Even wincing from the pain, Sayori makes a silly joke. What are you saying? I'll be back, okay? Okay. I pat Sayori on the shoulder and run out of the hallway. But the English is hard. I locate the nearest vending machine. What should I get? It doesn't really matter since it will be used as an ice pack rather than a drink. But I know Sayori likes apple juice, so I purchased that one. It's just a moment. I'm already returning to the classroom where I left Sayori. She has one palm on her forehead and is using the other one to clumsily scoop crayons back into the box. At least they were already in the wrong spots before I spilled them. Sayori, here. Orange juice. Or apple juice. I hand Sayori the bottle of apple juice. It's nice and cold. Sayori opens the cap and starts drinking from it. Sayori, what are you doing? It's for your forehead, idiot. Ah, sorry, I forgot. How hard did you hit your head? Sarah places the bottle against the bump on her head. It stings. Just bear with it. It'll be better soon. Looks like you cleaned up most of the crayons, so that's good. Hey, suicidal. This kind of reminds me of growing up, doesn't it? Mind you. What do you mean? You know, how we used to play outside all the time. I would always try to keep up with you. You were kind of oblivious in some ways. Like, I usually fell behind and I had trouble climbing on the things you did. But sometimes when I tried to do things I couldn't, I would get myself hurt. I'd fall and scrape myself or get a bump, and I would start crying really hard. And you would rush over as quick as you could. You would try really hard to get me to stop crying. It was almost like you blamed yourself and were afraid of getting in trouble if someone found out. Even though it really wasn't your fault at all, you know. Did I really do that? Yeah, you don't remember? Come to think of it, maybe I do remember, I bet. I guess I was always so focused on my games that I didn't pay much attention to you. So in a way, it was my fault. Kind of like this time too. If I wasn't rushing you out of the closet, you probably wouldn't have hit your head. Suicidal. I don't think you realize it, but you're always thinking about other people. Even after all these years, you're rushing to help me, even though I'm just being clumsy. You're really a sweetheart. Don't call me that. I don't really do this kind of thing all the time. I guess, well, it comes to you, it just feels natural. Before I even know it, I'm treating you like that. I guess that's what happens when you've been friends for so long. Really? Maybe you're right. Suicidal. I'm so glad that nothing's changed between us. On how I'm suicidal and your name is suicidal. Do you think I'll be like this forever? It'll be like this forever? Forever? If I'm honest to myself, there's no telling where we'll each end up for college or after that. So it wouldn't be fair for me to make any promises. But, well, I hope so. It's been this long already, right? I can imagine you ever changing, so my hopes are up. I'm so happy. Saria has a whimsical expression in her eyes. We remain silent for a moment. She's so silly and clumsy on the outside that when I see her deep in thought like this, it makes me not want to disturb her. I guess we should go back. I don't want to worry Monica, you know. Good luck with that. She's gonna see your forehead either way. Don't hide it under my bangs. Not really. Savory hops to her feet. Ah! She clutches her forehead again. Don't stand out so fast after hurting yourself. Well, I guess it's too late now. Anyway, let's go. I follow Sayori out of the classroom. Sayori plays with bangs trying to hide the bomb, but without much success. In a moment, we make it back to the club room. Ah, you're back. Good time. I was just about ready to start with sharing our poems. Sayori, your forehead. It's fine, don't worry about it. I was playing with the coin, I just smacked my forehead into the shelf. Well, anyway, were you able to find everything we needed? I have it right. Very frantically glances around herself. I forgot all this stuff. Calm down, Sayori. I have it all right here. I found the poster paper too. Sounds like you ended up doing all the work, Suicidal. Well, Sayori. I fail to come up with any excuse for Sayori. I made it an adventure. Yeah, that. Okay. In any case, good work. I'll start working on the posters tonight. Me too. Okay, everyone. Are you ready to share your poems? Guess I should grab mine. After making sure the crayon box is closed tightly, I return to my seat. Suicidal. I really love your poems. I can't believe you've been hiding these from me. Yeah, I'm not hiding anything. But your poems are so good. Yesterday's in this one too. You can't tell me you haven't done this before. I mean, you're really the only one who feels that way, so... No way. Not even Natsuki? Well, I guess Natsuki is at least likely to admit how much she likes something. But I don't think it's that. What do you mean? Well, I guess I'll be honest about it. It's a lot easier to write poems when I'm thinking about you. Yeah. Whoa. Stop thinking weird things, idiot. I just mean that you're a really expressive person, I guess. How am I supposed to write poems about my own stupid life? Well, you somehow make everything in your life an adventure. Even the little things. Like cooking. Let's not talk about that. So yeah, I guess what I'm saying is that I can feel more feelings through you than I can through myself. We have that kind of weird connection. It's your fault for getting in my business all the time. I don't know if I understand. You never understand when I try to explain things to you, do you, Sayori? I pat Sayori's head. Hey, I'm not a kid, you know. Are you sure about that? Maybe. Sayori starts fiddling with her pencil between her hands. Hey, Suicidal. Will you give me your poem? I kinda wanna keep it. Why? Cause, well, it's the first time you've written something for me. Sayori, you completely misunderstood. I don't write this for you. Are you even listening anymore? Well, whatever. I'll give it to you when we go home. Really? Snap! I broke my pencil. Sayori hastily bends down and picks up the pieces she dropped. But being inattentive of her surroundings, she bumps right into me. So sorry. It's fine. I'll get it for you. I went over and picked up the broken pencil. Sayori clutches the desk beside her and to support herself, knees shaking. I'm a little clumsy today. Let's sit down, Sayori. Yeah. I grab Sayori's arm and help her sit at the desk. Anyway, I still haven't read your poem. Oh, sorry, I forgot about that. But it's not as good as yours. Geez, don't worry. I'm sure I'll like it. This one. Holy crap! Sayori, did you really write this? Of course I did. There's no skip option. Let's see what you've written for today. Well done, Suicidal. Your skills are already improving. Really? Thanks, Yuri. Coming from you, that means a lot. It's nothing. I'm just happy to help inspire fellow writers. I know you're new to this, so don't worry so much if it seems like you can't get your poem to feel perfect. You don't need to be afraid to be a little more daring. Metaphors can go a long way. Don't feel like you need to work your brain like turning a bunch of gears. Try letting your mind wander through your feelings and write down the things you see and hear. That's one way to truly enable your reader to see into your mind. It's a very intimate exercise. I see. That's a certainly interesting technique. Thanks for sharing. I have, an example of that, if you would like to read it. Of course. Is that the poem you wrote for today? You're not that timidly hands me your poem. A raccoon. Okay, I can skip this now. It's pretty good. She just read my poem, by the way. It's pretty good. It makes me think of Sayori, like the other one that you wrote. You two are like the dynamic duo. That's kind of exaggerating it. Yeah, probably. But you do spend a lot of time with her, even in the club, don't you? Then again, I don't blame you for being a little shy. I'm not shy, it's just... I'm just teasing you. I know it takes a bit of time to make friends with everyone. But Yuri and Natsuki are super interesting people. So don't be afraid to give them their share of time. And you can talk to me every now and then too. I'm not like unapproachable or anything, am I? No, it's nothing like that. I'm just still getting used to being here, that's all. Yeah. Sorry if I was putting pressure on you or something. I really didn't mean it like that. No, don't worry. I get what you're saying. Well, alright. How's this? I'll still walk home with you, Sayori. Bitch. Okay, I have a list of words. for her. Oh shit. Damn. There we go. Oh man, shut the fuck up. This is your best one so far. It's really nice, suicidal. Yeah, thanks. Sarah, you've been a little quiet today. Is everything alright? Yeah? Of course. Everything is fine. Maybe I'm just a little tired today. Do you want to nap or something? No, that's silly. Don't worry about me, okay? I only want to see smiles on your face. Well, alright. Hey, Suicidal. I'm still a little surprised. I really thought that you would try writing your poems like the way Yuri does. Or even Natsuki. But in the end, yeah, I guess you're the only one who likes this one the most. Why? What? You don't want to get closer with everyone else? Wait. Of course I do. But that doesn't mean I need to try so hard to impress them. I still understand you the most, Sayori. I know you have to sometimes put up with me, and I had to sometimes put up with you, but we have a wavelength or something, and this is how the poem came out. Sometimes it feels like you're the only exciting thing in my life. Sometimes it's just easier to write when thinking about you. Sayori? No. Suicidal. I don't deserve this. You're too nice to me. Why are you doing this? Sayori has trouble keeping her voice steady all of a sudden. If you have fun with everyone else instead, this would be so much easier. Sayori. I glance around the room and make sure no one has noticed this. Sayori. I probably never said this before, but I don't understand what you're feeling right now. Tell me what will cheer you up. Sayori shakes her head. She sniffles and keeps shaking her head. Finally, she gathers herself and puts on a smile. It's nothing. Suicidal. It's just a little rain cloud. I'm sorry you had to see that. I promise I won't happen again. Just smiles from everyone, okay? That's all that matters. Go play with everyone else. I'm gonna go home for a little bit early today. Sayori, tell Monica I wasn't feeling well, okay? I'll see you tomorrow. Before I could say anything else, Sayori cheerfully walks out of the classroom, humming to herself. Well, that sucked. Oh, no skip option here? This one's alright. Alright? Well, yeah. About as good as yesterday's anyway. I'll see what you're going for, but it's just not really my style. I mean, that's fine. I'm mostly just glad that you're trying a little bit. Well, of course, I'm at least trying. Why are you so emotionally invested in my poems anyway? Isn't that more of a compliment to me? No, gross. It's not like I care. It's just that one of us in this club has to make sure that you're not slacking off. Really? Well, what what if you ended up just scaring me anyway? Scaring me away? That's, it's not like you would actually do that. Yeah, you're right. It's kind of fun to hang out here, even if I have to put up with you. Gah. Natsuki's elbow connects with my stomach. Oh, maybe I won't mind scaring you away after all. I was just joking. Oh, I know. Don't worry, I was too. How the hell do you call that a joke? That seriously hurt. Well, maybe it was funny to her. I guess that's kind of the point. I should really just watch my mouth around Natsuki. Anyway, Natsuki holds her poem out to me with like nothing ever happened. I'll be your bitch. Well done, Suicidal. You've definitely improved your writing over the course of these few days. Has my advice been helpful to you? Yeah, definitely. I'm glad. Sharing our writing like this, it's a lot more fun and rewarding than I anticipated. I need to remember to thank Monica. I think we all felt a little awkward at first, but now it seems like everyone is enjoying sharing their writing and seeing what others think. I guess I couldn't really disagree. I was afraid this whole thing would be a chore, but it's a great way for me to spend some personal time with all the girls in the club. But it's been really fun to know everyone and their writing. And I guess doing some writing myself. Well, have you learned anything about yourself, Suicidal? Eh? Well, you know how I like to say that writing is a very personal way to get in touch with yourself. In the end, it doesn't matter if you're a good writer or a bad writer. And even my opinions are just opinions, you know? Other women would say otherwise. Ahaha. It's kind of funny. How so? No, not the poem. I mean, it's funny how your poems and Sari's poems have been getting more and more similar to each other every day. I'm surprised you're so in sync with her. Then again, you've been spending a lot of time together lately, haven't you? I guess you could say that. Although we kind of grew apart as best friends. I haven't been seeing as much of her this past year. But since I joined the club, we've been spending a lot of time together again. I see. That reminds me about how Sarah's been a little bit off today. Yeah, did she tell you something? Well, Suicidal, you haven't been flirting with her, have you? Of course not. I've been treating her like I always do. Alright. Just making sure. I know how much you care about her. It must be terrible if something bad happened to her, so I'll keep an eye on her. Bitch. Sari's been acting so much happier ever since you joined the club. What could have happened all of a sudden? Well, never mind. This really isn't the time to be talking about this. Anyway, fuck you. It says it doesn't really matter who you pick. Yuri. And now I believe it is time to go and exit the game. Actually, I'll save it just in case. Okay. This time I'm going for Natsuki. Damn it. Puppy. Joy. Fuck off, Sayori. Bart, no. Damn it. Color. Damn it. There we go. Ugh. I hear Natsuki utter an exit sigh from within the closet. She seems to be annoyed by something. I approach her in case she needs a hand. She needs an actual hand. You looking for something in here? Freaking Monica. She never puts my stuff back in the right spot. What's the point in keeping your collection organized if someone else is just gonna mess it up? Wait, didn't I see this in like the very fucked up version? Natsuki slides a bunch of stacked books and boxes across the shelf. Manga? You read manga, right? Ah, sometimes. Manga is one of those things where you can't admit you're really into it until you figure out where the other person stands. How did you know anyway? I heard you bring it up at some point. Besides, it's kind of written on your face. What's that supposed to mean? I see. There's a lone volume of manga amidst a stack of various books on the side of one of the shelves. Curious, I pull it out of the stack. There it is. Natsuki snatches it out of my hand. She then turns to a box of manga and slips the volume right into the middle of the rest. Ah, much better. Seeing a box set with one book missing is probably the most irritating sight in the world. I know that feeling. I get a closer look at the box she's admiring. Parfait Girls? It's a series I've never heard of in my life. That probably means it's either way out of my demographic or it's simply terrible. If you're gonna judge, then you can go do it through the glass on that door. She points to the classroom door. Hey, I wasn't judging anything. I didn't even say anything. It was the tone of your voice. But I'll tell you one thing, suicidal. You are suicidal. I'm gonna murder you. Consider this as a lesson straight from the literature club. Don't judge a book by its cover. In fact, Hatsuki pulls out the first volume of Parfait Girls from the box. I'm gonna show you exactly why. She shows the books right into my hands. Ah, I stare at the cover. It features 4 girls in colorful attire, striking animated feminine poses. It's exceedingly Mao. Don't just stand there. Ooh, ah. Natsuki grabs my arm and pulls me out of the closet. She then takes a seat against the wall beneath the windowsills. She pats on the ground next to her, signaling me to sit there. Wouldn't chairs be more comfortable? I take my seat. Chairs wouldn't work. We can't read at the same time like that. And what's that? I guess it's easier to be closely together like this. Don't say that. Don't just say that. It'll make me feel weird about it. Natsuki crosses her arms and scooches an inch away from me. Sorry. I didn't exactly expect to be sitting this close to her either. So that I can say it's a... Not that I can say it's a particularly bad thing. I open the book. It's only a few seconds before Natsuki once again inches closer, reclaiming the additional space while she hopes I won't notice. I can feel her peering over my shoulder, much more eager to begin reading than I am. Wow, how long has it been since I read the beginning? You don't go back and flip through the older volumes every now and then? Not really. Me neither. Maybe sometimes maybe after I've already finished the series. Hey, are you paying attention? Huh? I am, but nothing's really happening yet, so I could talk at the same time. It looks like it's about a bunch of friends in high school. Typical slice of life affair. I kind of grew out of these since it's rare for the writing to be entertaining enough to make up for a lack of plot. So, what should I expect from this? Is there going to be a plot? Well, obviously. You think I would enjoy something that didn't have a plot? I mean, well, I guess I know what you're saying. Beginners is about simple things. Like, there's a really funny chapter where they're obsessed with a guy at the ice cream shop. But that just helps you get to know the characters. And besides, it's still entertaining. But later on, there's all kinds of drama. Like when they get into all their backstories and where some of the romance starts to happen. That's really what makes it so good. There are so many touching parts. Is that so? Sounds like you really know what you're talking about. Maybe I underestimated you. Hey, wait. What's that supposed to mean? What? I think he gives me a little shrug. I just meant that I haven't yet seen you at your full power. Good save. This chapter seems like it's about baking. This is just a guess, but is there a lot of bacon in this manga? Well, Natsuki pauses for a moment as if she doesn't want to admit something. Yeah. Why does that matter? It doesn't, I was just curious. Since you enjoy baking too, right? That's just a coincidence. I just happened to get into baking around the same time I got this manga. Like, I would ever get into anything because it's in a manga. I feel bad for anyone that impressionable. Definitely not a coincidence. I guess that explains Natsuki's interest in baking. Still, of all the hobbies to pick up from manga, that's definitely one of the better ones. Not to mention she's really good at it. So who am I to judge? We read on for a few more minutes. I finished a couple chapters at this point. Are you sure this isn't boring you? This isn't boring for you? No, it's not. Even though you're just watching me read? Well, I'm fine with that, if you say so. As it's fun sharing something you like with someone else. I always get excited when I convince any of my friends to pick up on a series I enjoyed. You know what I mean? You don't? That's not... Well, I wouldn't really know. What do you mean? You don't share your manga with your friends? Could you not rub it in? Jeez. Sorry. Like I could ever get my friends to read this. They just think manga is for kids. Have you showed them hentai? I can't even bring it up without them being all like, you still haven't grown out of that yet? Makes me want to punch them in the face. I know those kinds of people. Honestly, it takes a lot of effort to find friends who don't judge, much less friends who are also into it. I'm already kind of a loser, so I guess I gravitated towards the other losers over time. But it's probably harder for someone like you. Yeah, that's pretty accurate. Wait, which part? I mean, I feel like I can't even keep it in my own room. I don't even know what my dad would do if he found this. At least it's safe here in the club room. Except Monica was kind of a jerk about it. I just can't win, can I? Well, it paid off in the end, didn't it? I mean, here I am reading it. Well, it's not like that solves any of my problems. Maybe. But at least you're enjoying yourself, right? So? Jeez, that's enough. Are you gonna keep reading or what? Yeah. I flipped the page. Suddenly Natsuki starts laughing. I totally forgot that happened. Natsuki put your finger on one of the panels. Minori is my favorite character. You always feel a little bad for her since she's so unlucky. But it gets especially bad when I shouldn't be talking about that yet. Just finish this chapter. Natsuki's voice sparkles with excitement. It's a stark contrast to her usual bossy tone. But if she's not used to sharing her favorite manga with her friends, I can understand why. It's hard to express in words the feeling you get when connecting with someone like that. And being able to provide that to Natsuki, for whom it's a rare experience. That thought makes me smile a little to myself. Okay, everyone. Are you all ready for today's poems? Oh, come on. Could your timing be any worse? Sorry. I just need to make sure we have enough time. Though you do look pretty cozy over there, haha. Natsuki suddenly knows how close she's gotten to me. She hastily slides herself a good 12 inches away from me. Alright, guess I'll stop here for now. I close the book and hand it towards Natsuki. You're just giving it back? Don't you want to know what happens? Yeah, but Monica just said, don't be dumb. Just take it home with you. Eh? Is that really alright? I say that mostly because I really didn't plan on using my spare time to read this. Well, of course. It would also take forever to finish if you didn't take it home. Just finish that one before tomorrow so we can start the next one. And if it gets bad, I'll kill you. By tomorrow, I only get partway through the volume so far. I might fall behind on some shows if I try to get through this. Well, I suppose that's a necessity sacrifice in exchange for seeing Natsuki's enthusiastic face. Or am I more scared of what will happen if I don't finish it? Alright then, I stand up. I return to where I put my stuff and carefully slip the book into my bag. This is a good poem, Suicidal. Are you sure it's your first time? Of course. It's not that good. Am I the kind of guy who will be writing poems in his spare time? I guess you're right. Well, that's why it impressed me. Well, to be honest, I was afraid that you wouldn't do it seriously. Or that you wouldn't write one at all. So long before Natsuki comes up to me expectantly. Yeah, don't worry, I kept my promise. I pulled the first volume of Perfect Girls out from my bag. Natsuki takes it from my hands, then quickly turns it over and presumably to check for wrinkles. Hey, I'm not that careless. I handle manga all the time, you know. I just want to make sure. Can you blame me for being paranoid? I don't give people my manga every day, you know. That's true. I don't blame you. Well, anyway, let me put this one back. I'm going to get the next one, okay? Natsuki makes her way to the closet. I follow. So you're gonna tell me everything you thought, right? Where did this volume leave off again? I forgot. Oh, the chapter ended when Minori and Alice found Monica! Natsuki's voice resonates out from inside the closet. I peer inside. All Natsuki's books are lined up on the top shelf. Did you move my manga again? Sorry. The teacher got mad at me for taking up so much space in her closet. So I had to move some stuff around and clean up a little bit. And it's all still there. I just had to organize it a little bit. The top shelf is far above Natsuki's head. She makes a hop, trying to figure out how to reach her manga. Jeez, this is so inconvenient. I'm moving these all back down. There's plenty of room on these shelves, and besides, they're really pretty to look at when they're all lined up. Why would you waste that on the top shelf? Natsuki, there's a stool on the floor there. In the closet there's a collapsible stool that's hanging on the wall. If you want, you could reach up and hand them to you. I can get them myself. Natsuki grabs the stool from the wall and unfolds it. You think it's too short or something? You think I'm too short or something? I mean, I knew it. Well, you know that what? Just watch me. Natsuki hops on the stool, which ends up being a little wobbly because of its collapsible design. Careful. I know what I'm doing. Standing on the stool, Natsuki's fingertips reach the top shelf. The stool would be enough for me to easily grab the books when Natsuki's being stubborn as usual. Natsuki uses her fingers to scoot one of the smaller books to the edge of the shelf. See? Yeah. The book suddenly tips. Natsuki barely catches it before it falls to the floor. The stool wobbles. Whoa! Losing balance, Natsuki hops off the stool. Thankfully, she was able to stay on her feet. She holds the box triumphantly. There. Hand almost fell. Natsuki is a bit shaken up. Jeez. No need to prove yourself to me. There's no way you're able to get the bigger boxes like that. I can reach them, so I said I can do it. I don't want your help, okay? I'm gonna get a chair, so just hang on. Natsuki forces her way past me, out of the closet. Let's see. The classroom chairs have the desk attached, so they're too inconvenient to fit into the closet. Aha! Natsuki trots over to the teacher's desk, which has a computer chair behind it. Uh-oh. Are those the wheelie chairs? She rolls it on its wheels back over to the closet. Well, that's gonna be worse than the stool. It's a little dangerous still. The chair swivel and rolls. But I've already learned my lesson, so I kept my mouth shut. Oosh. Natsuki climbs on the chair, then slowly bounces onto her feet. Since she refuses my help, I take a seat with my back against the side of the doorway and simply watch. Aha, there we go. See, I can easily do it now. Natsuki grabs a stack of manga and bends over to put it on the shelf below. The chair swivels. Natsuki catches herself on the shelf. What are you doing? Can you at least hold the chair steady instead of sitting and doing nothing? Who was it who told me not to help? Yeah, I got you. I hold the chair until Natsuki reaches back up. I can almost see up her skirt. Yeah. Forced myself to turn away. Natsuki seriously didn't think this through. Once she realizes I'll be dead. Natsuki wraps her arms around the parfait girl's box set, easily the largest one on the shelf. Oh, heavy. Hey, suicidal. I don't think I can bend down without falling. Hurry and take this one. But then I had to let go of the chair. That's fine. Just for a second. Hurry up. Alright. Let me just stand up. I slowly release my grip from the chair. What do you mean stand up? Natsuki looked down at me. Why are you all the way back? Uh-oh. Natsuki looks like she just realized something, but she'll lose her balance if she moves. Natsuki, the box. What are you looking at? Uh-oh. You're trying to look at mine. Natsuki's legs shake. I'm not. I was just... Natsuki, don't try to move. Just give me the box. You perv. You set me up. Go away. Get out. What? I'll do it myself. Ah! The chair suddenly swirls beneath Natsuki's feet. Natsuki! God! What the fuck is going on? The scene turns into chaos in a split second. The chair flies from underneath Natsuki's feet. Frantically, I try to catch her. The box topples over out our hands and the books go flying. I got you! Wow, Jesus. Crash. The full force of Natsuki's body against me throws me to the ground. A whole bunch of books pelt me in the face. Natsuki tries to shield herself with her own arms as her face lands again straight on my chest. Ugh. My right arm and my back seriously felt the impact. Ah, get out of my face. Slowly Natsuki comes to her senses. Yeah. She presses her arms straight into me and props herself up. Natsuki seems to realize that it's not the floor that's beneath her. Goo. Gross, gross. Yeah. A fist pounds into my chest. Natsuki then holds herself to her feet. What were you thinking, you sicko? Everything okay over there? I heard a loud noise. Monica suddenly peers in. Monica, see what happens when you put the manga on the top shelf? Are you trying to kill your club members or something? Jeez. Sorry. One more thing. Seems like your most recent club member is a total pervert. So I hope you're happy. I didn't. Somehow it's impossible for me to explain this whole bizarre situation to Monica. I didn't do anything, I swear. I know, don't worry. Monica says that quietly to me. Looks like I'm off the hook. Oh no. I look down. Natsuki's kneeling on the floor holding one of the books that are scattered all over. A large diagonal crease along the page, and that she desperately tried to smooth out. I must have laid on that page. Natsuki tries a bit more to fix the crease, but she can't get it out. Suddenly she gives up and slams the book shut, then throws it to the floor. Instead of continuing to yell, she just lowers her head. Wah. Natsuki, are you... No. Natsuki's voice squeaks. I see tears on her face. I'll help you get the crease out, okay? It's partially my fault, so... Natsuki shakes her head, still looking down. No. I don't even care that much. I'm just... having a really bad day today. Natsuki sobs again. I didn't mean to take it out on you. I really didn't mean to. It's fine. Is there anything you want to talk about? Natsuki shakes her head. Just every day. is so hard. I just want to come to the club and Natsuki falls silent again. I can't press her, so I can only do what I know how to do. Alright, well, I'll help clean this up, and I'll move the rest of the manga for you. I pick up Volume 2 of Parfait Girls. I'll set this one aside. This will help cheer you up a bit, right? We can get started on it once I'm done here. Natsuki looks up with her glassy eyes. Her lip quivers. You're really nice to me. That sounds really strange coming from Natsuki. Unexpected at all. Well, I'm just treating you like a friend, you know? No. Natsuki lowers her head and sniffles another sob. I'm not sure what happened to her today, but being nice is the least I can do. The next couple minutes are silent between us as I keep gathering the scattered books. I make sure to slip them into the box in their correct order. After a bit, Natsuki starts helping. It isn't long before we're done, and I hoist the book onto the shelf where Natsuki wanted to put it. Then I get on the stool and quickly finish moving the rest of the books from the top shelf. Alright, that should do it. I hop off the stool. Natsuki averts her gaze. Thanks. It's nothing. Natsuki's holding the volume I set aside in her hands. In her books. Alright, I'm ready. Good. Even if you weren't, I'd make you anyway. You're taking responsibility for what you said. The thing about cheering me up. If you insist. How adorable. We're sitting in the same spot as last time, and I open the second volume. Natsuki's mood quickly improves, laughing and pointing things out to me. She's surprisingly sharp, making notes of a lot of subtle repeated jokes and background elements. In the end, I'm pretty impressed by how everything ties together in this manga. I guess Natsuki has a good taste after all. After some time, Monica gets our attention as usual, and it's time to share poems again. Guess I'll be holding on to this for now. Yep. Even you sound more enthusiastic this time. Well, I'm starting to get into it, you know. Told you. Yeah. I return to my seat and slip the book into my bag. Oh, I like this one, Suicidal. It has some nice feelings in it. I'm glad. Does that mean it's better than yesterday's? Let me think. I don't know. I guess I like them both. It's not very helpful, you know. Natsuki reads my poem. She keeps glancing at me and back at the poem. By now she must have read it more than once. Is it that bad? No, it's not. It's good, it's really good, okay? There, I said it. That wasn't supposed to happen at all. Why can't you just be bad at this? My poems are supposed to impress you, not the other way around. You're trying to impress me? Obviously, you think I let you enjoy Yuri's writing more than mine? Give me a break. Well, in that case, what's the problem with me trying to impress you? I'll tell you. Natsuki's face freezes, like she just realized something. You're trying to impress me? Natsuki vigorously scans her eyes over the poem one more time. Then the poem slips out of her hands and flutters to the floor. I had to use the bathroom. Red-faced, Natsuki quickly walks over to the other room. Hey, suicidal. Did you do something to Natsuki? I just saw her rush out like that. You didn't do anything terrible, did you? No. I just told her that. My voice gets caught in my throat. There's no way I can tell Monica that I'm trying to impress Natsuki. Monica sees the poem lying on the floor and swiftly picks it up. She reads through it and her smile is not fading from her face. I see. You wrote this for Natsuki, didn't you? I mean, not really. In fact, she like your poem a lot the other day too. I'm surprised you know her taste so well already. Are you sure you're not cheating, suicidal? Cheating? What do you mean by that? Never mind, I'm just kidding. I didn't understand Monica's joke at all. And I do. Anyway, how do you think Natsuki feels about you? Oh, you don't need to answer that. It was just something for you to think about. Hey, Natsuki comes up and snatches the poem out of Monica's hand. Neither of us had noticed her re-enter the classroom. Did you read this, Monica? Of course, I liked it. You should really stop reading things that aren't for you, you know. You have a bad habit of doing that. Eh? The suicidal wrote this poem, and we're supposed to share it with everyone, right? Natsuki freezes. She apparently forgot that my poem is technically for everyone to read. Okay, well, I think Suicidal is done sharing this poem with everyone. It's not like anyone would want to read this anyway. In fact, I'm just going to hold on to this. If you insist. What? Why are you looking at me like that? Like what? Never mind. Natsuki, I gave you this poem, but that's still not very fair to Yuri. She hasn't gotten to read it yet. So what? Well, I guess Suicidal is right, Natsuki. It's not fair if you don't let everyone finish reading it. Fine. Natsuki returns my poem. It's not like she's going to like it though. Anyway, read my poem now. And no, I won't let you keep it. This is my only copy. You know, glad that you can appreciate this kind of writing. I mean, I know I was talking about that yesterday, but I've been enjoying sharing my writing with you, so consider yourself lucky, okay? Ahaha. Well, thanks for being honest. What's that supposed to mean? I'm always honest. Jeez. Just look forward to tomorrow too, okay? Alright, I will. Are you still mad at me? No. Eh? For disrespecting Natsuki yesterday? Because reading this poem, now I know why you got mad at me. Because you preferred her writing over mine. It's not really true. Meaning that I disrespected her. I disrespected you too, didn't I? Oh no, Yuri. Might be reading into this a little too much. How could I be so stupid? I always let these things happen. Whenever I think before I speak, I just come off as awkward and unlikable. But if I speak before thinking, then things I want to keep inside come out and make people hate me. So please don't force yourself to be around me. I know this is what Monica wants, but it's not fair to you when you could be enjoying your time with Natsuki and Sayori. Yuri, please, makes it easier for me if you don't express any concern. Besides, I have my books with me. That's all I need. Yuri smiles sadly and puts her head down on her desk. I'm frustrated. I don't hate her, but it's as if she's not capable of listening to me over her own thoughts. I sighed to myself. All I can do is accept that's how she is. If she wants to be left alone, then I have no choice but to abide to that request. Oh, really? That was kind of silly with Natsuki earlier, wasn't it? I'm glad the two of you have been getting along so well. That's one way of putting it. Anyway, I already read your poem, but you can go ahead and read mine now. I like the way this one turned out, so I hope you do too. I said I still walk home with her. She's so cute and fun to be around. Jeez, you're such an idiot. Damn it. Hey you. I look up and see Natsuki next to me. Are you gonna sit there and keep staring at nothing? There isn't that much time, so. Sorry. I didn't mean to make you worry or anything. It's not like I'm worried. I was just... Natsuki glances down at her side. She's holding a volume manga in her hand. That's right. Something just came up for a minute, but we can get started now. I won't make you wait any longer. Jeez. Now you're making me feel like a jerk. If something isn't bothering you, then you could just tell me to leave you alone and I will. I mean, assuming that you didn't feel like talking about it or anything. She particularly mumbles the last part. No, I'm probably making it seem like a bigger deal than it is. I'll just be thinking about Sayori, that's all. Sayori? Thinking about her? Yeah, she seemed pretty down today. But she didn't want to admit it to me. So I can't help but wonder if something's happened to her. Oh. That's again exhales. Well, first of all, you should really work on your phrasing. But anyway, you're her best friend, right? Yeah, I guess so. Yeah. Then in that case, I think you should trust her a little more. If she needed you, then you would be the first person she would go to, right? I guess that's true. I mean, some people just have those days. You can't always avoid it. If anything, she probably didn't want you to worry about that because it's not important. Yeah, but yeah, that's kind of what she said to me. Maybe it's not right for me to go against her wishes. Exactly. If she needs you to worry about her, then it'll be a little more obvious. Yeah. I should have thought of it that way from the start. Natsuki fiddles with the book she's holding in her hands. She really means a lot to you, doesn't she? Don't get the wrong idea or anything. We've just been friends for a long time. It's normal to be worried about your friends. I mean, you were worried about me, so I was not. Geez, if you're fine, then let's hurry and get started already. Yeah. Let's see. You're certainly enthusiastic today. Of course. You know I like your writing. I'm just surprised. Seems like you had a lot of trouble admitting that before. Well, of course. I just had to put you in your place a little bit. It's not like I was shy or anything stupid like that, or jealous. I really wasn't jealous, just because you happen to be a good writer. That's such a dumb thing to get jealous about. Natsuki, what? You're not very confident about your writing, are you? What are you talking about? My writing is obviously the best, right? It took me a while to figure out, but I think I finally did. Maybe Natsuki acts so arrogant because she tried to make up for her own insecurities. If she acts like she's the best, then other people might think that way too. Right? Suicidal? Please just tell me you like my poems. I don't care if you hate them. Just tell me I'm the best. I just really need to hear that from someone. I know I sound stupid, but there's a reason I never shared my poems before this. Natsuki, because no one ever takes me seriously. What's the point in sharing my poems if people just laugh and say that's so cute, just like you, Natsuki? Are you saying I'm wrong? Sometimes I don't want to be cute, but nobody understands that. I try really hard when I write. The style doesn't matter. The emotions are there. Why can't anyone see that? I just want Natsuki trails off. Maybe it's because her lip starts to quiver. I look down. Her fists are clenched really tight. Hey, Natsuki. If you're not careful, you rip your own poem. I gently grab the poem with my own hand until she relaxes her grip on it. I placed it flat on the desk and smoothed out the wrinkles that she put into it. Don't read it. Before I could pick it back up, Natsuki snatches the poem up from my desk. It's not any good, and I know you hate my poems, so you don't have to read this one, okay? But I want to read it. Why? Because I like your poems. I really do. Why would I judge you for your style? It's not like my own style is anything crazy. I mean, it's true that the first time I read one of your poems, I didn't look much into it, but I know you better now. And it's wrong for you to think your style is more amateur than hers. And Sarah, she always means well. But sometimes she's so focused on simple happiness that she doesn't understand what people really want. Yeah, I guess I never really thought about how hard it is for you. And I'm sorry if I was part of the problem. I understand now. You're not just cute, you're a little more than that. Ah, Natsuki, you're doing it again. Once again, Natsuki clutches her palm a little too hard. So she looks down, hiding her eyes from me. I never realized how difficult it was for her. But finally she forces herself to extend her arms and put her poem on the table. You can read it. Just turn that way. I don't want you to look at my face right now. Okay, I will. Because tomorrow will be brighter with me around. But when today is dim, I can only look down. Me looking is a little more forward because you look at me. When I want to say something, I say it with a shout. But my truest feelings can never come out. My words are a little less empty because you listen to me. When something is above me, I reach for the stars. When I feel small, I don't get very far. My standing is a little bit taller because you sit with me. I believe in myself with all my heart, but what do I do when it's torn all apart? My faith is a little bit stronger because you trusted me. My pen always puts my feelings to the test. I'm not a good writer, but my best is my best. My poems are a little bit dear because you think of me, because you. Why are you looking at me like that? If you don't like it, then just say it. I won't be mad. No, it's not that I don't like it. I was just a little surprising to read. I guess I'm not used to hearing such nice things coming from you. Don't just say that, dummy. What do you think the point of the writing is? Expressing things that you just can't say. Yeah, I understand. I'm sorry for missing the point sometimes. I always mean well, and I'm happy that you showed this to me. I liked it. Well, yeah, I'm a pro, so Natsuki mumbles, completely failing to sound confident like she usually does. Just remember that I can think these things sometimes. You know, when you're nice to me, it's meaningful. I'm glad. Sensing Natsuki is satisfied, I start to hand the poem back to her. But as I do, Natsuki takes my hand and pushes them back away. Her small, soft hands surprise me with their assertion. I don't want it. Eh? Why not? I just don't. Jeez. I realize what Natsuki is saying. Unable to understand, she tries to give me the poem in a roundabout way. Well, in that case, I'm gonna keep it. Instead of teasing her, I chose to go along with it. Good. If you didn't, I would. Never mind. Just, I'm glad that you won it. Natsuki backpedals on her words and leaves it at that. Despite her best efforts to hide her expression, I can see her faintly smiling to herself. That's all for now, so go put it away before someone sees it, okay? Oh, yeah. I'll go do that. With that, I return to my seat so that I can put away Natsuki's poem. Yuri doesn't look too enthusiastic about spending time with me. I can see why. She's pretty scared. I guess if she changes her mind, she'll come to me. But I should leave her be for now. God damn it. Sticking with Natsuki's style once more, I see. You really like Natsuki, don't you? Oh, come on, Suicidal. It's awfully suspicious, you know? Spending time with her in the club room every day, pretending to like the manga that she's into. And you know how Natsuki is. If I don't indulge her, she'll end up hating me. No, I think you're misunderstanding, Suicidal. It's not like Natsuki just hates anyone who doesn't give her what she wants. Yeah, she's assertive, but she's not that selfish. In fact, I think you're the only one who's indulged her as much as you have. Is that so? I kind of knew that, but I just didn't want to admit it. So I just need to ask one thing of you. Be careful, please. Natsuki's kind of unpredictable. A lot of times she doesn't even know what she wants. After all, she's the youngest one here. She might not know how to handle her own personal feelings personally. What am I saying? What I'm saying is, if something bad happens, then it could end up damaging the club too. And you wouldn't do that to me, right? I'm not sure how to respond to Monica. While I care about her and the club, it's also kind of unfair to bring that up. Well, you're smart. I'm sure you'll do the right thing. Monica smiles sweetly. Anyway, fuck you. I hate your face. Well, baking sounds like it could be fun. And you guys made it sound like a lot of work, so I could probably use 2 people. Oh, don't worry, baking is a ton of fun. You'll definitely agree. Just a minute ago you were saying that. That's because... Never mind, okay? Well, anyway. You'll be fine by yourself, right, Yuri? Of course. I'm used to it, after all. And that's good. Even though Yuri is being melodramatic, it's a little hard to not feel bad. So that's everything, right? Anything else we need to talk about? No, I think that's it. Are you guys excited? Yes! Everything except the performance is gonna be awesome. I don't think that really counts. What about you, Suicidal? Me? I guess you could say I'm interested to see how it will turn out. That's good enough for me. What about you, Yuri? Yuri? She's still sulking. Natsuki starts pounding too. It's not, I mean, it's not that big of a deal or anything. Well, it might not be just that. I think that Yuri might be feeling a little underappreciated in general. Having to come up with something for her to do and nobody offering to help. That doesn't mean... Ooh. Man, Natsuki glances back and forth between everyone with a worried expression. Look. Natsuki goes over and puts her hand down on Yuri's shoulders. Yuri, you really are the most talented one here. And you're going to help make the event a lot more fun and welcoming. I mean, the cupcakes will probably help a lot too, but you're gonna make the atmosphere special. That'll be really important for the way that people feel during the performances. So, you need to stop being dumb and give yourself a little more credit. Yes! Natsuki releases her hands and turns around to face the other direction. You didn't really mean that, did you? Not really, but Yuri isn't the only one surprised. Monika and I are also taken aback by Natsuki's words. Natsuki of all people to be saying such encouraging things. But I begin to understand. Natsuki was trying to sound like Sayori. Even if it didn't work perfectly, I can tell that she tried to say something Sayori would say at a time like this. Because Sayori always helps everyone smile and feel good about themselves. I'm sorry for being dumb. I'm going to do my best. And all of us are going to make it a really great event. Yeah. I hope to see everyone do their best. But with that, there's nothing more to do. Nothing more today. For whatever. So I guess it's time for us to head out. Okay, but I'm still staying here a bit longer. I barely got to do any reading today. So, fair enough. There's nothing wrong with that. Everyone packs up their bags. The things, whatever. I started to follow Monika and Yuri out the door as they chat between each other. Where are you going? We still need to figure out our plans for this weekend. We would have gotten home and realized that you didn't even have a way to contact me. Oh, that's true. I had no idea how that slipped my mind. Geez, good thing I stopped you. I'm giving you my number, okay? You better not make it weird or anything. Why would I do that? That's like he gives me your number. Okay. I'm coming over on Saturday. I'll bring all the ingredients. Wait, you're coming to my house? Yeah, well, yeah. What's wrong with that? I mean, I just figured that since I'm the one helping, I would be going to your house. Yeah, right. Like I could have a guy over at my house. My dad would kill me. Really? That's kind of strict if you ask me. Yeah, how'd you think I feel? I can't do anything when my dad is home. Anyway, I just needed to complain for a second. We have each other's number now. That's all I needed from you. I guess I'll text you when I'm coming over. Alright, fine by me. Yeah. I'm really gonna show you why I love bacon so much. So you better look forward to it. Oh? Didn't you say you were just going to give me the dirty work? Well, I was just saying that. I'm not like... It's not like I could act like in front of everyone that I was looking forward to this. Wait, really? Well, kind of. Just because I never got to bake with someone else before. That's all it is, so... Alright, I get it. Sorry for overreacting. Anyway, I'll be heading out now. See you on Sunday. Never mind. I can't believe this. Nothing is going on with my house today. Big huge in the room. Skip. Today is Sunday. I've been increasingly anxious about Natsuki's upcoming visit. I keep telling myself there's no reason to be nervous, but it doesn't help much. I wonder if she'll act any different when it's just the two of us. Meanwhile, she's been texting me a lot. We sent each other one after exchanging numbers to double check, but it turned out into conversation. She's almost a different personality on the phone, using tons of emojis and cute language. Of course, she also really likes complaining about things, but I kind of saw that one coming. Okay. I spent only a few minutes back at home, anxiously awaiting Natsuki's arrival. For all I know, she texts me to let me know she's outside the front door. Without delay, I opened the door to let her in. Oi! Nice outfit, yeah? Sup? Hey! I don't know what I was expecting, but seeing Natsuki in something other than her school uniform totally threw me off. Seeing her in such cute clothing makes the uniform seem totally unfitting in comparison. Geez, don't make it feel so awkward already. It's gonna be a long afternoon, so don't be weird just because you're not used to seeing me outside of school. Anyway, I'm coming in. She just barges in. I see you brought a lot of stuff. Natsuki is carrying a large bag that is probably full of baking supplies. Well, I didn't want to come all this way to find out that your kitchen isn't equipped for the job. You bought everything I asked you to, right? Yeah, I did. Yesterday, Natsuki asked me to buy a bunch of ingredients if I didn't already have them at home. Good. Glad I can count on you to do your part. Well, of course. I'm surprised to hear Natsuki suddenly say that, rather than something snarky like she usually does. Could it be that she is a little different outside of school after all? Anyway, let's go to the kitchen. Oh, I bet she does a lot of work in the kitchen, considering she's well, you're not even gonna offer to take this heavy bag from me. Where's your hospitality, suicidal? Come on. Since when did I need to be a gentleman? I grab the bag Natsuki holds out to me. Yuck! This is ridiculously heavy. Ahaha, I carry that all the way here. Are you impressed? I see now. Yeah, I'm impressed, Natsuki. Seems like I always underestimated you. Because I'm so small, you jerk. Natsuki hits a fist into my chest. Hey, your size has nothing to do with it. Do you really hate being small that much? It's not like I hate it. I mean, sometimes I like proving people wrong when they only think I'm worth my size. It's fun when I get to be small and also better than other people. But, geez, never mind. What are you making me say? Don't think you can make me talk about weird things just because we're not at home school. Are we getting started or what? There's a lot of stuff I gotta teach you. Ahaha, what? That's a little bit more like you. You're more fun when you just speak your mind like that. Hey! Now you're treating me like a kid. I was just trying to be a little nicer to you, you know? And just because I don't have a mature and sexy figure like Yuri doesn't mean you treat me like... Natsuki catches her words and her face turns red. Natsuki, forget it. I didn't say anything. I should apologize. I appreciated what you were trying to be nicer. I should have been a little more considerate too. But also, if that's what you're thinking, then you should know there are tons of guys who are into body types like yours. How could you know that anyway? Just trust me on this one. Gross. Hey, was that to me? Who else? Man, let's just get started already. You get all sour when a girl calls you growth. I finally found your weakness, suicidal. Natsuki smiles deviously. With her fang. Please spare me. Well, if Natsuki decides to dish out more insults like that, there's no way I'm not fighting back. But she's satisfied enough for now. Is finally starting to pull things out of her bag so we can get started. Before long, the whole kitchen is a mess. Spoons, dirty bowls, flour, spilled fluid, and plastic bags are spewed about every countertop. The mixer isn't big enough to make all the batter at once, so we had to do it several times. Meanwhile, Natsuki is babysitting all of my movements to make sure I don't mess up her precious baking. Suicidal, where did you put the food coloring? The batter's going in over soon, so I need to fill up the trays. I think it's still in the bag next to the table. What are you using it for? To color the batter, of course. I'm making each tray a different color. That way, even if the flavors aren't different, everyone can still pick their favorite. That's a cute idea. Are we doing anything like that with icing? Do you want to? You're asking me? I don't know what. I have a preference. So, come on. You're not putting any heart into this at all. Can't you at least try to have fun? I'm having fun. Not really sure what Natsuki is trying to get out of me. Meanwhile, I see her separate the batter into smaller bowls and put a few drops of food coloring to each. It does look pretty cool. See? It's not it's not like baking is just about following instructions. The presentation is where you get to be creative and have the most fun. It's a million times more worth it in the end if just looking at it makes everyone's eyes lighten up. Like the ones you made on my first day, huh? I recall Natsuki proudly presenting her cat-shaped cupcakes and Sayori and Monika's delighted expressions. I wonder if I can make Natsuki proud like that too. Yeah. Maybe I will use the food coloring then. Sounds like you started to understand. Just make sure you completely finish mixing the icing before you mess with the food coloring. Yeah, it's getting there. We were using the electrical mixer for the batter, so I got stuck with a whisk and a huge bowl for the icing. The icing's still all lumpy. Are you even trying? Oh yeah. It just takes a little longer. Jeez. I'll be here all night if you do it like that. Here, look. Natsuki grabs the whisk from me and uses her other hand to tilt the bowl back. You really need to beat the crap out of it. After a few seconds, the consistency of the icing has already improved. See? As if to emphasize, Natsuki sticks a finger in the icing and pops it in her mouth. I randomly start to do the same. Hey! Natsuki suddenly grabs my wrist. I don't want your gross fingers on my icing. Your icing, eh? Are you forgetting who did all the work? I start to fight back, trying to my icing towards the bowl. Don't make me beat the crap out of you next. I like to see you try. I push hard, just enough for my finger to reach the icing. I drunkenly scoop some of my finger just as Natsuki tugs with all her might. Ah! The force of Natsuki pulling me causes me to stumble, making her stumble in return. Gross! You got it on my face. Whose fault is that? There's a big glob of icing on Natsuki's cheek. She tries to reach it with her tongue, but it's too far away. Jeez. You know what? Take this. Natsuki instead wipes it off with her finger before shoving my finger towards my own face. Her finger. I'm an idiot, I can't read. Shoving her finger toward my own face. You wish. I'm faster. I grab her wrist in with my hand before it reaches my face. Natsuki tries to use her other hand to fight back, but I grab that one as well. Oh lord. Stop it. Not until you apologize for calling me gross. Fine, fine. Sorry for calling you gross. You know, I don't mean it. It's just fun seeing you react to it. You do that to me all the time, you know. Saying dumb things just to get my reaction out of me. You really should've teased girls like that. Is that so? In that case, I probably shouldn't do this either. I take Natsuki's finger and put it in my mouth, licking the ice. What? Did you just... Ah. Natsuki is so surprised that she can't even figure out how to get mad at me. She's scared. Look at that face. Her face is turningly red. Suicidal. You really shouldn't do that kind of thing to girls unless you really like them. You know that, right? What kind of question is she asking me? Just like that. How did the mood turn to this so quickly? He gazes at me in silence. I notice her swallow shallow breaths. Why am I starting to feel dizzy? Out of nowhere, the fire alarm starts going off. Uh-oh. Natsuki rushes over to the oven. Is something burning? Well, no shit, Sherlock. I thought you didn't put the cupcakes in yet. No wonder. You left a dirty tray in here, dummy. How could you make a mistake like that? You should have checked before turning the oven on. Don't blame me for your mistakes. Jeez. Natsuki uses an oven mitt to grab her blackened tray off the oven. She sets it on top of the stove. In another moment, the fire alarm stops. My fire alarm is very sensitive. You cook something, the freaking thing goes off. Anyway, I'm putting them in the oven now. Yeah. Tension from the moment before still lingers over her head. But the moment has already been lost. I watch as Natsuki slides the cupcake trays into the oven. Then I reluctantly pick up the whisk and continue with icing like nothing ever happened. Interesting. That smells so good. The cupcakes are ready to be pulled out of the oven. As soon as Natsuki opens the oven door, a blast of sweet smelling warm air fills the room. Look at how cute they all look. She proudly shows off the different colored cupcakes in each of the trays. They'll look even better once we add the icing. Not like you need to tell me that. I bought decorating stuff, so I hope you can get creative. Here, scoop the icing into these bags. Natsuki hands me some plastic bags. I have these nozzles that will make it look nice and fluffy. This one can even make flowers. Pretty. We probably won't be using in this one though. What's this one for? I think I wanted the nozzles that has a much thinner tip than the others. That one's really thin, so you can use it to make stripes or other patterns. But you can also use it to write stuff on a cupcake, on a cake, like happy birthday or whatever. I see. That gives me an idea, actually. Well, it's a literature event, right? We could make it more literature themed by writing a different word on each of the cupcakes. It would be fun to see people choose their cupcakes based on a word they like. Ooh. I was kind of expecting you to say something really stupid, but that's actually a really cute idea, so... Ahaha. Maybe I'm getting it from you. What's that supposed to mean? I'm not cute. Come on. We're not at school, nobody's judging. You can't dress and act like this and not expect me to think you're cute. Well, Natsuki's voice trails off. Same with you. Ooh? Eh? Did you say something? No, nothing. Ha ha ha. Oh boy. Let's just do the icing. Natsuki picks up the and fastens a nozzle onto each of the bags. There's a lot to do, so we shouldn't be wasting time. Here, I'll show you how to do it. Without giving me a chance to think about it before, Natsuki quickly moves on. She shows me how to apply the icing, and we each get to work. When we're finally finished, Natsuki puts them all side by side and admires the work. Look at how pretty they are together. Yeah, they are, aren't they? I wish I could have one now. Me too. I like cupcakes. Well, there's no reason you can't, right? I don't see any harm in that. Well, yeah, but my dad's making dinner tonight, so I really need to save my appetite. Ahaha. Sarah is the exact opposite in that regard. If she was here, we'd probably be down 10 cupcakes already. But she would still eat dinner. Come on, that's just unhealthy. Besides, when my dad cooks, I need to eat as much of it as I can. Well, anyway, I was hoping that we could have time for manga, but I just need to get home for dinner. Ah, already? That's a shame. It's your fault for working so slowly. You should have thought about that. It's not like you always have this chance. Man, as usual, Natsuki places the blame on me. You could bring the cupcakes tomorrow, right? If you and Sayori each carry some, then you can probably do it in one trip. Yeah, I can do that. Don't worry, I won't let her eat any. I wish she would listen to me and the way she listens to you. Yeah. I again think about back to the conversation I had with Sarah earlier today. I felt so helpless. Sarah always does listen to me, but at the point it felt like she couldn't listen to me at all. Okay, I'm all packed up. Good work today. You too. I'll lock you out, I guess. Just like that, Natsuki is already about to leave. Feels like the afternoon went by in a flash. More than that, did I even take the opportunity to get closer to her like I wanted? Well, I guess I'll be off then. Thanks for all the help and everything. I'll see you tomorrow. Wait, Natsuki, eh? What you said before was not about not always having this chance. It doesn't have to be that way at all. I had fun today. You showed me how fun baking can be, like you wanted. But aside from that, you can come over anytime, okay? I think that if possibly, I like to spend more time like this. If you want to read manga or go out somewhere, do you really mean that? Natsuki looks at me tensely, like she's trying to hide her expression. Yeah, I want to spend more time with you. Suicidal? I thought you only cared about getting this done. Sorry, I had to leave so early today. I really didn't want to. I would really stay here longer if I could. Feel the same way as you, so... Oh? Natsuki suddenly gets closer to me. Wait, Natsuki? Standing from me, standing inches from me, Natsuki looks up at me. Feel her fingers gently clutch at my sides, my shirt, as if holding on to me. Oh my goodness. Her freaking face. Her rose-colored cheeks and matching eyes fill my vision, along with her slightly parted lips. What is happening? My head started to go dizzy as I feel her solid breaths against me. I felt it for a while now. Whoa. Natsuki suddenly jumps back. Sayori? Eh? Ah. Hi, suicidal. Sayori? Just now you weren't. Okay, suicidal. I just stopped by to say hi. Ah, well, you should have come a little early. I'm already on my way to the house, so... Ah, really? That's too bad. Yeah, well... Still see you at the festival tomorrow, so it's fine. Just don't eat any cupcakes before then. Anyway, later. Clearly flustered, Natsuki hurries off and Sayori waves goodbye. Well, I finished with Natsuki. Time to move on to Yuri. Suicidal, if you're not gonna take this club seriously, then go home. Huh? What? Harsh. What, you expect me to believe that you actually put effort into this? Do you think I'm stupid? I'm not a writer. Maybe it's not very good, but yeah, I did put effort in it. We all start somewhere, right? If you're still proud of the first poem you ever wrote, I'd like to read it. Painful to think about. Fine. Well, sorry. You'll get better anyway. I'll tell you what to improve, but you're better at all just trying again. Fair enough. Well, to each their own, I guess. Anyway, I guess I gotta share mine now. Knowing you'll probably think it's stupid. Yeah. As Yuri reads the poem, I notice her eyes lighten. Exceptional. And what was that? Did I say that out loud? Yuri first covers her mouth, then ends up covering her own face. She's going to hate me. Huh? You really didn't do anything wrong, Yuri. I guess you're right. What am I getting so nervous for? Yuri takes a breath. So, what kind of writing experience do you have? Your use of imagery and metaphors indicate that you've written a lot of poetry before. Really? Wow, that's a huge compliment coming from you. This is actually my first time, really. Huh? Yuri stares at me blankly, then looks at my poem again. Well, I know that. I just meant, Yuri trails off, unable to find an excuse. She traces her finger along the words of the poem, in the poem, as if breaking it down more thoroughly. Yeah, okay. This is the reason I was able to tell. It's nothing really. Yours was impressive too, so... Nah. If anything, I could probably tell a thing or two from you. Think so? Yeah, of course. You know, I was really nervous about doing all this. But in the end, I enjoyed it. I'm gonna keep doing my best for you, Suicidal. Me too. Boom, got him. Hey, Yuri. So I noticed that Yuri is reading a different book from the one we've been reading together. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. Oh no, I was kind of just waiting for you. If that's the case, why don't we go ahead and get started? Yes, let's. Actually, I have a request. Do you mind if I make some tea first? Not at all. Thanks very much. If there is one thing that can make my reading time here any better, it's a nice cup of tea. Not to mention for yourself as well. She stands up and makes her way to the closet. I follow and watch as she retrieves a small water pitcher from the shelf, the kind with the filter inside. Can you hold this for a second? Yeah, sure. Yuri hands me the water pitcher and also fetches the electric kettle. I'm going to plug this in at the teacher's desk and then we'll go and get some water. She walks past me and sets the kettle down on the teacher's desk. I simply watch her movements. To surprise, the way she moves really contrasts her speaking mannerisms. Especially because her long legs. Yuri appears elegant and methodical. Okay, may I have the water pitcher? Thanks, I'll be right back. I might as well walk with you. Yeah, why not? Shall we go then? Yeah. Where are you two off to? We're just... Yuri was going to make some tea, so... Suddenly realized how weird it sounds to explain this to Monica. We're just filling a water pitcher. Okay. So I was just a bit curious. That's kind of a one-person job, isn't it? That's... Monica, please don't. Mind your own business for once. Or do you want to tell me there's something wrong with helping involve suicidal and club activities? Oh, jeez. Mind off games. I suppose there's nothing wrong with that. Let's go, suicidal. Yuri quickly exits the room and I follow. Wow. Once in the hallway, she suddenly puts her forehead against the wall. I spoke without thinking. How could I say something like that? Yuri? Something about the way she said that made me feel so irritated. What's wrong with me? No, Yuri. I think you did the right thing. I wasn't expecting it, but it's also not right for Monica to judge people like that. Suicidal. How come even when I do something bad, you're being nice to me? Because nothing that you do is as bad as you make it seem in your head. Nobody's perfect. We have emotions and we can't always hide them away. But you always amplify things in your head. Your mind turns a light rain shower into a hurricane. No. Wouldn't you hate me for something as terrible as that? Why would I hate you? I can't hate someone for having emotions. What kind of friend would do that? Friend, you say? Your lips are head. Suicidal? I really like being friends with you. Ah, thanks, Yuri. I like being friends with you too. I feel kind of awkward saying something like that, but I'm doing my best to help Yuri feel better. Anyway, yeah. Shall we go? Yeah. Yuri and I walk to the nearest water fountain. Once we fill up the water pitcher, we return to the classroom. Club room, whatever. Is that club room? What the? Is it a club room or a classroom? Because every time they just always switch it up. Susa, do you like oolong tea? Yeah. Anything is fine. Very well. He sets the temperature on the kettle for 200 degrees. Now it's time to get the teapot. Yeah, really. You really do this properly, don't you? Of course. I didn't do it any less when I'm making tea for others. Even if I'm not an expert on tea or anything. You. In that case, you'll only be even more impressed. Or perhaps I will. Gary fetches the teapot and begins measuring the tea leaves. To my surprise, she even starts humming a little to herself. You must be in a good mood now. Is that so? I was letting it show, and you noticed. I was doing a bit of thinking, and I decided that I would try expressing myself a little bit more. It turns out it's not very hard for me to do. Wait, it's you who's around anyway. Ah, that's great, Yuri. Just don't push yourself too much. You're always worrying about me, Sultanal. It's very endearing. That's... Yuri wasn't kidding. I don't even know if I can keep up with this. I'll Yuri pour a cup of tea for each of us. Suicidal, I have another request. Do you mind if we sit on the floor today? What's that? It's a little bit easier on my back. I can read with my back against the wall rather than bending over at my desk. Sorry, I didn't realize. No worries. I just have back pains fairly regularly, so I do my best to manage it. Yeah, I can see why, because the size of your you know what. Is that so? I wonder why that is. Yeah, I wonder. It's likely because of my your posture, right? Always hunched over like that while reading. Yes, I have terrible reading posture, so that's why we should sit on the floor. Fair enough. I'll go ahead and get the book. I retrieve the book from my bag. We all know what she was gonna say. I have some chocolate as well. Is there a reason for the chocolate? It's a bag of small chocolate candies that I kept hidden from Sayori candy. Sayori's candy radar. I take it since go well with the tea. Okay. Here and I then sit against the wall, teacups at our sides. If in sync, we assume the same reading posture as last time, each holding one half of the book. Except this time, our bodies are even closer to each other. I can't see too well, Yuri slides closer till our shoulders are touching. How am I supposed to focus on reading like this? Yuri was always kind of cute, but when she's being less apprehensive, it's almost more than I can handle. Your teacup. Your hands being my teacup. Holding it with my hand, that's not holding the book, and I end up in a position that makes it even harder to focus. Cause now I need to worry about making sure I don't accidentally touch her chest. Meanwhile, Yuri hasn't noticed a single thing. She wears her intense reading expression, and I can only presume the world around her has faded away. But it was all in my willpower to focus on reading. After a few minutes, I finally managed to relax a little. I put the teacup to my legs and fumbled with the chocolate wrapper. Ah, sorry. I really let go of the book to finish opening the wrapper. You can have as much as you want. That's okay. I won't take any. Are you sure? Well, if I touch it, then it might get smudges on the pages. Ah, you're right. I didn't even think about that. My bad. No need to apologize. I'll hold the book, okay? Are you sure? Of course. Of course. She opens the book with both hands. She holds it so that I don't have any harder of a time reading from it. But as a result, her left arm is practically resting on my top of my leg. Well, in that case, yours already totally focused on reading again. I take a chocolate candy and pop it into my mouth. Then I take another chocolate and I hold it up to Yuri. She doesn't even look away from the book. She simply parts her lips as if the situation was completely natural. But that means I can't stop here. I apprehensively placed the chocolate in her mouth. Chocolate. Just like that, Yuri closes her lips over it. And Yuri's expression suddenly breaks. Yuri looks at me like she needs to confirm what just happened. Suicidal? Sorry. I guess I should have done that. Well, you were just helping. That's something that friends do, right? I mean, not really in this kind of context, but yeah, that's all it was. Yeah, then you don't need to stop or anything. I see. The situation has it's gotten really tense. Yuri tries to return to the book, but I can tell just by her expression that even she can't focus now. My heart is pounding. I nervously take another chocolate between my fingers. But this time Yuri's eyes meet mine. How did it even come to this? Yuri doesn't even part her gaze as her chest rises and falls into the rhythm of her breasts. I raise my arm. Like before, Yuri parts her lips, but it's different this time. I take the chocolate and place it in her mouth. So freaking weird. I feel her hot breath on my fingers. Okay, everyone. Yuri jolts back It's time to share poems. Suicidal, you can help Yuri put away the tea set, right? Yeah, of course. Okay, thanks. This spell is abruptly broken. I'll take care of the cups. Yeah. Yuri picks up the teacups from the floor. I pick out the bag of chocolates. In the end, we hastily clean up without so much as a word between us. I got the feeling this is something neither of us will have the courage to bring up. Unless we can just pause. Well, I can admit that it's better than the last one. It's nice to see that you're putting in some effort. Well, that's good. But I still don't like this at all. It's trying too hard to be serious. And what do you mean by that? Poems don't need to be all depth sounding to express something. It's going to just sound like you're forcing it unless you really don't suck at it. Honestly, don't bother trying to write poems like this until you're on Yuri's level. That's like you stop short all of a sudden. Don't tell me, eh? You're not trying to impress Yuri, are you? What are you talking about? And keep your voice down. You know, Yuri would love this angst. Just because she's a talented writer doesn't mean I mean. Looks like I'm in trouble. I somehow stuck a nerve through what I did is beyond me. I'm so done with you. Why is everyone mad at me? Azuki shoves the poem I handed her back over to me. Take your stupid poem if you wrote it for someone else, just don't show it to me. Ouch. This is what I get for letting a younger girl step into my business. Unless I was a mind reader, I was destined to be in a world of pain from the start. At least Natsuki wasn't really the girl I was trying to impress in the first place. Wow, okay. Just like that. Let's see what you've written for today. Yuri stares at the poem with a surprised expression on her face. Do you like it? Suicidal? This one might even be better than yesterday's. How did you even pick up on this so quickly? Just yesterday? Okay. Oh. Why do you keep them to yourself? Because... Oh, this is about her poems. They're embarrassing. People would make fun of me. Don't you have anything like that, Suicidal? Well, I guess I do. I feel like everyone has a little something like that. The best we can do is respect each other and our individualities, even if it's difficult sometimes and some things make us uncomfortable. After all, if I hadn't learned to embrace my own weirdness, I would probably hate myself. I might be ranting a little bit more, but I'm glad that you're a good listener. You're good at a lot of things. Writing, listening. There really aren't many people like you, Suicidal. That's exaggerating a little bit. It's just how I feel. I never thought I would feel so comfortable sharing my writing. But now I almost feel like I look forward to it. It's just a really nice feeling. And You're to thank for that. It's nothing really. Yuri smiles sincerely at me. For a moment, her timidness seems to disappear. This one's good. Feels like you're not only getting more comfortable with your style, but the imagery is better than the last one I read. Just wondering, but have you been finding inspiration in Yuri's writing style? I guess so. You can't deny that she's talented. Yeah, totally. I think her poems are the most romantic. That's the best way to describe it. She's like a totally different person when she picks up a pen. I noticed that too. Or when she's talking about literature, it's like a light turns on its hider. Sadly, it's hard to get much personal conversation out of her. Trust me, I've tried. Who knows what goes on in that head of hers. I hope you don't mean that in a bad way. No, of course not. I just meant that I wish she didn't keep so much to herself. But still defending her like that, you must be pretty into her. You completely misunderstood. Calm down, I'm kidding. Besides, I'm pretty sure she's already got a boyfriend. Wait, really? Yeah, a fictional one anyway. Wow. Monica kind of whispers the last part to me. It's just a hunch, but well, there's not really anything wrong with that. Well, I know. I was just saying. But anyways, you want to read my poem now? Yeah, no thanks. You didn't even... Next. Okay, well that went by quick. Suicidal? Your writing has only improved in these last few days. Every poem you've shown me has been nothing short of spectacular. I can really feel the emotions. I'm a little envious even. I don't think it's even came to me this natural. Yuri, that's the wrong way to put it. This never did come natural to me, but I've been able to improve so much thanks to you. You're the example I was chasing after. Is that so? Yuri gently smiles to herself. That feeling, I'm so glad I got the chance to share my writing. I never thought it would feel like this. I remember you mentioning that yesterday. I can't believe that you're so good at something and you've never even shared it with anyone. It's kind of a shame. Maybe, but it's not like I really had a choice. What do you mean? Well, Yuri smiles sadly. Suicide during lunchtime. I eat by myself. Did you know that? It's a great time to find a quiet spot and do some reading. In fact, I always have some books with me. You could say I really enjoy reading. Well, that's one way to put it anyway. But books are so full of amazing, inspiring people. People you want to fall in love with, or people you just know would make a really good friend. Cheerful people who always put a smile on your face. or deep thinkers, problem solvers who discover the mysteries of life. So when you look at it that way, I'm surrounded by friends every day. You know? And those friends don't laugh at me. They don't tease me for spacing out all the time. They don't make fun of my body type. And they don't hate me for acting like I know it all. People say that about you. I'm not a know-it-all suicidal. It's the opposite. I don't know anything. I don't know how to talk to people. I don't know how to make people see me as normal. I don't even know how to make myself happy. I have all these feelings, and all I can do with them is read and write. But it wasn't until now that I started sharing it with you that I really understood what was missing all this time. But I haven't really done anything. No, that's wrong. Just being patient and respectful. That's really important to me. I know I'm a difficult person, suicidal. I speak too slowly. I second guess myself all the time. Read too deeply into things. But every time, you've always treated me just like anyone else. It's so rare that I feel comfortable with myself when I talk to others. But that's why every time I talk to you, I just feel really happy. I see, well, I treat you how you deserve to be treated, Yuri. And if other people don't see it that way, then screw them. I joined this club hoping I would make friends. And I would say I've made at least one success. Wouldn't you? If you put it that way, yeah. We really are friends now, aren't we? Gray puts her head in her hands. But this time she smiles as she does it. Do you want to show me your poem? Yeah, I do. Let me get it for you. Ghosted Under the Light Part 2. I forgot how freaking hard her writing is to read. The tendrils of my hair illuminate beneath the amber glow, bathing in the distance. A blue-green light flickers. A lone figure closes its path. A silhouette of the eerie glow. My heart pounds. The silhouette glows. Closure up my umbrella, casting a shadow to shield me from visibility. But I am too late. He steps into the streetlight. I gasp and drop my umbrella. The light flickers, my heart pounds. He raises his arm, time stops. The only indication of my movement is the amber light flickering against his outstretched arm. The flickering light is in rhythm with the pounding of my heart, teasing me for succumbing to this forbidden emotion. Have you ever heard of the ghost feeling warmth before? Giving up on understanding, I laugh. Understanding is overrated. I touch his hand, the flickering stops. Ghosts are blue-green, my heart is amber. Nice. nice poem. Finishing the poem, I start to hand it back to Yuri, but instead of taking it from me, she looks away. Do you dislike it? Oh no, of course not. I just don't really know how I should respond. Despite Yuri's poem usually being cryptic, it wasn't hard to figure out what this one was about. I don't know if I was able to explain this one. That's fine. I understand this one. Yuri's having an even harder time speaking than usual. Does this one mean a lot to you? You're not. I'm not really good with words, but I'm happy that you shared it with me. So thank you. And I hope that we keep spending time together. Despite the inability to make eye contact, I see a faint smile emerge on Yuri's lips. I once again tried to hand the poem back to her. Instead, Yuri keeps taking it in my hands and pushing them back towards me. I hesitate in response in her warm touch. You can, the poem is... Once again, Yuri fails to form a complete sentence. You mean I can keep it? Yuri nods. I love to. Again, Yuri faintly smiles as if she doesn't want me to notice. You always make me feel nice. I know I'm not good with people, but I hope that I can return the favor sometimes. Yeah, don't worry. I think you do a good job. Yuri finally turns back towards me. I guess we should move on before Monica says something. But I'm sure we can talk about it later. Yeah, I'm sure we will. With that, Yuri tenderly smiles at me, and I return to my seat so I can put her poem away. Your style has gotten so refined, Suicidal. Yuri's been teaching you a lot of things, hasn't she? Well, I guess so. Yeah, I've been noticing how much time you spend with her. I think I've heard her say more words in the past couple days than she talked in the whole year. Not sure how you did it, but that's pretty impressive. Well, she needs some patience and a way to talk about it. About all the things in her head, I guess. I'm still getting the hang of it myself. You're certainly putting in a lot of effort. You must really like her. That's awfully suspicious, you know? Spending time with her in the club room every day. Reading that edgy novel of hers. Well, I just feel bad that she has a hard time socializing. Makes me want to make sure she doesn't spend all her time alone. Besides, the novel isn't too bad either, you know. Alright. I get you. Just be careful, alright? I know that Yuri isn't used to opening herself up. So if something bad while she's vulnerable, then it could be really hard for her. Her books aren't a total escape from reality. They're just a bandage. You say that like I'm going to hurt her. Sorry, I didn't really mean that. If anything, she might accidentally hurt herself. Anyway. God, she jumped on me. On this ending, I'm able to actually just play through the game and get to the end of the game. Boy, this is gonna be great. Yeah, great. It's great. Just great. It's fantastic, dude. This is awesome. But look at what I'm looking at right now. It's amazing. Just get through all that. What the hell? And with the amazing beat drop. Stop. I think I've read this one. A dream. I was wandering in an abandoned warehouse at night. I was lost, looking for an exit. I just wanted to go home. I came upon a huge empty room. Its ceiling and walls beyond the darkness, blackness, the deep blackness. My steps were quick in order to hurry to the other side, or to a wall or anything. Suddenly the ground was no longer beneath me or my feet. I stepped into a hole of intimate width. I fell for a good 5 seconds before crashing into warm water. Figure out which way was up. I surfaced myself. The air was humid and the sounds of my splashing reverberant endlessly. My vision was completely swallowed by the darkness. With one hand, I could feel the damp metal wall of the container. My lungs were already getting tired. Ooh, creepy. Hi, how's life? Oh geez, what? I'm really curious to talk to Yuri a little bit more. But at the same time, I would feel bad for distracting her from reading. I catch a glimpse of the cover of the book. It looks like the same book that, oh my god, that she lent to me. More than that, she seems to be on the first few pages. Ah, crap. I think she noticed me looking at her. She sneaks another glance at me, and our eyes meet for a split second. But that only makes her hide her face deeper in her book. Sorry. I was just spacing out. Mutter this, sensing I made her uncomfortable. Oh, it's fine. If I was focused, then I probably wouldn't have noticed in the first place. But what the hell? Her eye. But I'm just rereading a bit of this, so that's the book that you gave me, right? I wanted to reread some of it. What the hell was that? I never noticed that. What the fuck? Not for any particular reason. Just curious. How come you have 2 copies of the same book? Ah, well, when I stopped at the bookstore yesterday, it's not what I meant. I mean, I just happened to buy 2 of them. Ah, I see. There's something fairly obvious here that Yuri isn't telling me, but I decided to let it go. I'll definitely start reading it soon. I'm glad to hear. Once it starts to pick it up, you might have a hard time putting it down. It's a very engaging and relatable story. Is that so? What's the story about anyway? Well, basically it's about this religious camp that turns into a human experimental prison, and the people trapped there have their this trait that turns them into killing machines that lust for blood. But the facility gets even worse, and they start breeding people by cutting off their limbs and fixing it into the... This is a relating... You relate to the story? I remember her saying relatable. Yeah. Hi. How's life? Yeah, definitely. Why? Did I appeal to Yuri again? What the hell? Yeah, definitely. I'll plan on it anyway. Okay. What the hell was that? Why did it stop me? Oh yeah, I forgot that happened. Oh jeez. I forgot that happened too. Hi. Well, it's not really any worse than your last one. I could really say it's any better either. Phew. Phew what? Well, anything that isn't a train wreck, I'll take it as a win. And I get the feeling you're probably the most critical. Hey, what makes you... Wait, maybe that was a compliment. Glad to see someone recognizes my experience. Well then, keep practicing and maybe you'll be as good as me someday. That's, something tells me not to completely miss the point. Just make sure you find a little bit of influence from everyone. I think you're at least being influenced by Yuri a little bit, aren't you? I mean, I know you've been, like, spending some time with her or whatever. But you know, Monica and I are just as good as her. At poems, I mean. So you should really try to learn something, or you'll never get it better. Here's the one I wrote. I'll make sure you learn something from it. Amy likes Spine Earth. Is growth, Spine Earth. Amy likes Spine Earth. Been waiting for this. Let's go. Let's see what you've written for the day. Yuri stares at the poem with a surprised expression on her face. Do you like it? So I do. This is better than yesterday. I have to pick up on this so quickly. Just yesterday I was telling you the kind of techniques we're practicing. Please help me. No. I never win this one either. Things I like about Papa. I like when Papa comes home early. I like when Papa cooks me dinner. I like when Papa gives me allowance. I like when Papa spends time with me. I like when Papa asks me about my friends. I like when Papa asks me about anything. I like when Papa gives me lunch money. I like when Papa comes home before sundown. I like when Papa cooks. I like when Papa gives me privacy. I like when Papa doesn't tell me how to dress. I like when Papa doesn't comment on my friends. I like when Papa doesn't comment on my hobbies. I like when Papa comes home without waking me up. I like when Papa keeps food in the house. I like when Papa uses his inside voice. I like when Papa leaves my stuff alone. I like when Papa accidentally drops the coins in the couch. I like when Papa is too tired to notice me. I like when Papa is too tired for anything. I like when Papa is too tired for anything. Why did that scare me? Oh jeez. Wait, whoa, what's that? What the Holy sh! That scared the shit out of me. Wait. How did I... Sorry, I just had a really weird deja vu. This hasn't happened before or anything, right? My head has been a little fuzzy lately. Hope it has been showing or anything. Totally. I would hate for you to think I'm weird after we start spending time together. I mean, everyone has a few unusual things about me, but expressing these things as so soon after meeting someone is usually seen as inappropriate or unlikable. At least that's what I discovered. When I was a bit younger, I think I would come on really strongly and get a little too intense. It made people not want to be around me. So I started hating those things about myself. My obsession with certain hobbies, and the way I can't control myself when I get too excited about something. So I eventually stopped trying to talk to people. And no one really could ever like me for the things that mattered most to me. That it would be easier if I closed myself off. But recently, some things went wrong. I don't know what it is, but every time when I come to the club, my heart starts to go crazy, like it's gonna rip out of my chest. It overwhelms me with energy and emotions that I can't let go. It's been making me do weird things. I don't know why it's happening. Suicidal. Is it just me, or has Monica been acting a little off lately? She's always been a sweetheart ever since I joined the club. But recently I've been feeling something sharp whenever she's around. I'm not crazy, right? Please tell me I'm not. You're crazy. I couldn't say anything before because she's always listening. But finally we're alone. Can we just stay here for a while? Yeah. Oh, not again. I just want to stay here. Just the two of us. Just the two of us. We can stay here until the club ends. And then we've had the club room all to ourselves. Nobody to interfere with our reading time. Nobody to make me feel like stabbing myself in the throat. Ahaha. That was a joke. Just a joke. I do like knives though. It sounds strange, but you would have understand if you never seen how beautiful they can be. I have an idea. Why don't you come to my house sometime? Monica is strangely appearing in the background. I can show you my collection. I got them all from various artisans. I'll make sure to keep them all their fair share of use. I don't want them to get lonely or anything. Nobody deserves to be lonely. Nobody. And that's why I'm so happy you joined the literature club, Suicidal. Now we don't need to be lonely anymore. Because we have each other. Monica, can you please get off the screen every day? That's all we need. You know what? Let's quit the literature club. There's no need for us to be around Monica's slimy tongue anymore. I don't know why I say slimy. Not to mention the other pathetic child. We can walk home together every day after school and read together, eat together, sleep together. Doesn't that sound perfect? It's everything we could ever want. Isn't that why you joined the literature club? Join the club in the first place? It's almost like it was fate. Fate that we would meet each other I can't read. The text box is in the way. Now she's fully in the way. What What's going on? That's it. Oh. Okay. The way you just skipped to the audio. Whoa. Don't say I didn't warn you, suicidal. Are you serious? Yes or no? Yes. Oh my hell. Yup. Monica. Yay, you picked me. Shut up. Oh no. No. Yeah, this is a very great experience. Very great. Still going. And still going. Alright, it's festival time. Wow, you got here before me? I thought... Wow. Oh my god. Natsuki runs away. I'm here. Suicide. Did something happen? Natsuki just ran past me. Oh. Ha. Well, that's a shame. Wait, were you here the entire weekend, Suicidal? Oh, jeez. I didn't realize the script was broken that badly. I'm super sorry. It must have been pretty boring. I'll make it up to you, okay? Just give me a second. Don't let me go through the files to make sure to delete all. I'm almost done. Just want to have a cupcake real quick. I'm not gonna lose the full tray and take a cupcake. Seriously, these are the best. I really had to have one since this is the last time I'll ever get the chance to. You know, before they stop existing and everything, I really shouldn't be making you wait any longer. Just bear with me, okay? This should only take a second. My ears. Can you hear me? Is it working? Oh, I want to skip. Bitch, I want to skip. Yeah, there you are. Hi again. Welcome to the Laughter Club. Of course we did. You know, God damn, do you ever stop talking? So when it gets this over with. Mail from Ivan Lasker, Eve, whatever. The hell is Metaverse anyway? I don't even know what Metaverse has to do with this game. It's pretty weird. Die, bitch. Die, motherfucker, die. Die! I said die. Doki. I'm still suicidal apparently. Last meeting's over, huh? Yeah, looks like it. It's nice to see everyone getting along, isn't it? I think everyone likes you too, Suicidal. You think so? Well, everyone always seems to get along a little better with you around, Sayori. Suicidal. Don't say something like that. It's embarrassing. Well, whatever. I was surprised when you told me you were starting a club, but I think you're pulling it off just fine. We're gonna make it the best club ever. Whenever you join, every day is going to be so much fun. Hey, Suicidal. I want to thank you. Man, I'm really happy you joined the club and everything. But the truth is, I already know you were gonna too. That's actually something else. I wanted to thank you for spending so much time with all of us. You work so hard to make each of us and every one of us happy. No, yes. You comforted us through our hard times, and you helped us all get along with each other. Do you get it, Suicidal? Because I'm present now, I understand everything. You really didn't want to miss a single thing in this game, didn't you? You saved and loaded as many times just to make sure you can spend time with everyone. Only someone who truly cares about the Allergic Club would go that far. Well, no, I didn't really care, but that's all I ever wanted. For everyone to be happy and care about each other. Ahaha. It's kinda sad, you know? After all you've done for this, there isn't much I can do for you in return. You've already reached the end of the game. So, this is where we say goodbye. Thank you for playing Doki Doki Literature Club. I'm going to miss you, Suicidal. Come visit sometime. Okay? We'll always be here for you. Why? We all love you. Really? Okay, it's this again.
Can you hear me?
No.
Hi, it's me.
Hi.
So
Hi,
you
yeah.
like, yeah.
Dun dun dun. Dong 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 dong. She's chilling. Da 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 da. Do 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 do. Now you still remove the images. Yes, Monica and Suicidal. No, my beautiful game. Dan says hi. I just got a trophy says Dan says hi. There's a special player who received the special ending. For years I have been enarmored by the ability of visual novels and games in general to tell stories in ways not possible using traditional media. Doki Doki Literature Club is my love letter to that. Games are an interactive art to let you explore new worlds. Some challenge your mind in brand new ways. Some make you feel like a hero or a friend. Even when life is hard on you, some games are just plain fun, and that's okay too. Everyone likes different kind of games. People who enjoy dating sims may have a heightened empathy for fictional characters, or they might be experiencing feelings that life has not been kind enough to offer them. If they are enjoying themselves, then that's all that matters. That goes for shooting games, casual games, sandbox games, anything. Preferences are preferences, and our differences are the reasons we have a thriving video game industry. My own favorite games have always been ones that challenge the status quo. I don't know that word. Even if not a masterpiece, any game that attempts something widely different may earn a special place in my heart. Anything that further pushes the limitless bounds of interactive media, I extend my gratitude to all those who have taken the time to achieve full completion. I hope you enjoyed playing it as much as I enjoyed making it. Thank you for being a part of my literature club. Love, Dan Salvato. The mail. Got mail. Whoever the fuck this bitch is. 61% completion. Okay, well that was the true ending of Doki Doki Literature Club. Plus, I will play the side stories, obviously. That's fuck times 6. Jeez, this game. Dan Salvato did a really good job on this game. I'm very speechless, dude. So, see y'all later.